so well. I didn't think it was going to go well with Dylan. I don't think it's going to go well with Shador, I have to admit, even though I want him to do well. I didn't think it was going to go well with a lot of QBs, but there's still a hope to it. And I'm hoping against hope coming up on Sunday that, yeah, this offense can somehow find a way through these deep woods and start to build something here in the last 7 games to give us, not about the playoffs or anything like that, my God, but maybe give us something that we can talk about and get excited about for the future. Because if you didn't need a quarterback and you got 2 first-round picks, there is talent out there to go out and get, and you could start to really restock and have the Super Bowl 2.0 window that we
The window, yes.
Yeah.
Well, think about it this way. I mean, I'm watching NFL Network on here at Bombers Sports Card, and they're doing a segment on Shador. He was the 4th string quarterback. He was a 5th rounder. And this week,
it says he doesn't listen to the quarterbacks, his Fancher is or it doesn't listen to the credit,
yeah.
his Fancher is held.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I'm kind of fascinated by this week. He has had a lot of stuff going on, never mind the fact that his freaking house got robbed during the second half of that football game last week.
I'm looking at Gabe right
So
now.
don't even start. So that happens. He's got the weight of the world. If you truly think about
earrings.
it.
Where'd you get that?
And by the way, wait, what was your alibi?
Yeah.
Self-inflicted too, by the way, and I think that's the way Shador would want it in many ways. I think, I hear his fans talk about doing it for the culture, representing something different in football, but a lot of that stuff will fall flat unless you can actually play. And I have no idea what it's going to look like this weekend.
And what's going to bother me is if he doesn't work out on Sunday, or if I should say, like, it should be more than just Sunday. I mean, they gave Dylan Gabriel 6 games for crying out loud. If it doesn't work out on Sunday, or if it doesn't work out this year, he probably won't be here next year. And there's going to be a lot of blaming of the Browns, and I'm used to that, and we'll have other things to talk about, other things to get into, but...
That's all he's getting. His leash is that short? That's all he's getting?
What, the rest of this year you're talking about? I think the rest of this year is... Guys, they got 2 first-round picks for a reason. It wasn't to take 2 wide receivers. It wasn't to take 2 offensive linemen. It'd be nice to do that, but you guys all know very well and good that this is an organization that's obsessed with finding the quarterback. And because they're desperate to find the quarterback, I'm desperate too, and what this desperation leads
to. It's on a graphic with Patrick Mahomes, Drake May, Lamar Jackson.
And that seems absolutely crazy. And Seth Rollins in a slate. But you have, honestly, you got this guy. If he works out, it'd be great. If he doesn't, you guys know that this organization is desperate. Desperation usually leads to bad decisions, desperate decisions, go for it all decisions that usually don't work out. That's kind of why we're in this mess in the first place.
That's not Chris Benoit. Stop. That's Seth Rollins.
That's why we're in this mess in the first place. We are moving on. We are moving on. And so here we really know how to distract. Good God. Anywho,
just wanted to play well.
Did I show you the one picture that was sent the game on the internet after he made that call that I had to know? Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. You should all be ashamed. Anyway, you got to off track here. So what do you want?
All right, are we going to do an unboxing here?
Let's go.
A few cards.
All right, let's go. Let's get a few cards out here. And then we have Bomber Sports cards here in on East Road Road in Broadview Heights.
We have 1,000 cards to get through, so we better get at it.
We're going to find folks that says technologies. We got Donatos here. We got shoes and clothes for kids. We got Chris who's going to walk us through this this odyssey of cards. If anybody wants to look around and see what they have here at Bomber Sports Cards, please go right on ahead and do so. They got Jamar Chase on the side of one. They got Travis Hunter on the side of the other. That's going to be a collector's item now. All right, what do we got? I'm only going to open up one. I don't want to take a whole bunch of time.
2025 Phoenix football guys. They're throwing cards. We're going to hopefully see.
I'm going to open more. Okay.
All right, let's see what we got.
Well, let's see. What do you?
Show me how it's done. I've done this for good.
My fingers.
A dozen.
All right.
I used to
I have a holder right there. I didn't even think about it.
1991 baseball selection.
I got the Billy Ripken F face one.
Hey!
All right! I swear to God! Right there! Oh my goodness gracious!
Should we sleeve that?
Wait, absolutely.
What could they possibly put on the back? Overdrafted by 7 rounds?
Arizona Caleb Johnson. Where there's this is a piece of his jersey. This is a piece of the jersey.
Game is not life size. It's not life size. Come on.
Of course, they take the box with the Steelers guy. Come on.
Devontae Adams with the Rams. Hey, Tua.
You got the box of these?
Okay.
We've got another one.
There you go.
Let's put the little guys next to
Well,
each
no.
other.
219?
I can't run this too hard.
Yeah, wait, protect it, protect it.
All right, Trevor Lawrence. We have an alien.
Anything good in there though? I
There you
mean,
go.
that's,
Am I opening up more?
I know it's the first time it's back. Anything like, you get an autograph from that?
Yeah. You definitely. So in this one, you're gonna get one autograph or one
Oh,
relic
Will
card.
Howard.
Then they have all the other ones, I mean, they have, what, I mean, what's the other cards they got in there? The special ones besides, you know?
Yeah, so you're gonna
Clay
have
Matthews. Hey!
possibilities in here.
Damn it, Clay Matthews.
Cards, the autographs,
Nick
the
Sirianni.
relics, the rookies,
Mount Union.
there's inserts, there's basically everything.
So he's in there then?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Joe Burrow.
219?
Good ones in there.
This weekend.
You gotta open up some too, or we're gonna take forever to get through this. You got a sniper stand right there. Hurry up, they're watching. Hurry up.
What packs are they cracking?
There's my,
These ones right here.
Ted Hendricks, the Matt
Hey,
Ford.
Henry, WEWS.
No, Ted Hendricks, not Ted Henry.
I've got a Tim Couch autograph football.
Folks, we've got a Thunderbirds exclusive. Patrick Mahomes.
Not much. That's why I saw it.
I keep it.
Yes!
There you go.
I said I have an authenticated.
We're not
I
doing
wish the
Jordan Bush
signature was
rookie cards over there either, so don't even start.
authenticated.
All right, here's
Michael
Alex
Jordan.
Highsmith. Now, this is called a hot can.
It
This is called a hot
It sits, it sits in a bag. It sits in a box.
So this is Cam, this is Cam Ward.
You sure look better than Cam Ward.
So I like Nomar Garcia Parra,
Future material.
and
This
he
is
used
what
to
from
work
the
for
Jersey,
the
right?
Indians in the
Okay, this
clubhouse.
is Cam Ward
So
right
he got
here,
a broken
everybody.
bat
And then we
from
have
the
Ken
game
Grant.
from Nomar
They
Garcia
can't
Parra, and
keep
he gave it
going.
to me.
Oh, really?
So that's my thing I'm never getting rid of.
Mike Haynes is a Hall of Famer.
Been there a long time.
Yeah.
Wait to find the right
I
guy.
will now too.
Yeah, good. Glad to see it.
They used to, way back in the day,
All right, here we are.
they
Ricky
sell broken
Pearsall
bats.
shot
Like
through the
a
heart.
not even a tin shop, the store they had.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
And then I went and they had.
Never heard of this guy, never heard of this guy. Let's go to the next one.
It had like a,
Have some
it had like something that stuck to the pants.
Oh, that's it. Oh, that's the
Pants.
actual,
I looked
that's the
at
actual bullet.
And I
It's
looked at the
actually-
waistband, I looked at the number. It was Warren Spahn's pants when he was the pitching coach for them. I have Warren Spahn's pants.
Oh, that's cool.
It's all because of the number.
Yeah, that's cool.
My wife says, why do you have these baseball pants that you stand on? They're Warren Spahn's pants.
They used to do that with all the players. So like if you get like a Ted Williams
Travis
jersey,
Hunter, not good
it
on
says
offense, not
Ted
good on
Williams
defense.
right on the collar.
Testaverde.
Got his number on it
You
and
guys can set
everything.
that on fire if you want to, though. I think him and Bernie are buddies.
All right, we have a contour card, Sam Darnold. Look at this, Kenny.
You got a what?
Sam Darnold.
Okay.
Ooh, looks like it's a.
It's the big space you
Mike
have.
Green could
Yeah,
have
it's
done
pretty
that
nice.
online.
Bijan Robinson.
You buy it.
Ray McCloud. Oh, Ray McCloud.
Buy, sell,
There you
trade.
go. Okay, we got a few more. We're trying to motor through here.
Brock Powers as
Then
well.
we're gonna get to the Q&As. So how many people got questions?
All right,
That's it. Only one guy. Come on.
Step
I mean,
up.
he said it was anything but politics. All right, here we
Oh,
go. Jack Sawyer.
Kenny's favorite quarterback ever, an ultimate troll, Ben Roethlisberger.
He does donate peanuts. So at least we got
Justin Fields,
Okay.
and they converted him to running back.
We gotta do something with him other than this. Okay, Miles Garrett. This one's a good one.
Oh,
This one's a good one.
all right,
All right, Manny Michael Pittman.
all right. Can you tell us any of these actually?
My last one. Here we go. Here we go. Here we
Are
go.
you seeing dollar signs with any of these?
At Mahomes this week.
What do you think? How much?
What's the difference in the size one?
Jeff Sindelar was on
Mahomes
He'd say good items.
in Cleveland isn't that much. It's Caleb Johnson. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Let's get.
Joe Mixon.
Oh, the Caleb Johnson.
T. Higgins. Lucien Muhammad. And Michael Penix Jr. Or Sherrod says Michael Penix, and I go.
No, nothing. No, they got a rookie autograph, but it's Caleb Johnson from the Steelers. So
Hell no. Who's that kid? I'd rather him play quarterback than Tyler. He's got a better arm, and I'm sure you're a little bit we'd study harder too.
All right, lab
We were
with
playing
hockey,
the
I'm sure
Marlins
there's
in
some
the
lab
World
with
Series
hockey
way back
fans
when.
here.
Oh, yeah.
Guys that sat in front of me
Dustin,
owned a card shop.
All right.
All right.
They brought
This is
all the Marlins
I
players
realize they got,
cards,
they got
and when the guy
all
came up to
high-tech
bat,
with the,
they would take their pen and they would like poke their eyes out. I'm gonna be drunk. Okay,
They were like
try
a-
to hit now.
like
Then
a
I could
voodoo
feel like
doll, huh?
chopping off their arm.
That's funny.
All right,
was
do
pretty
we have the
fun.
microphone ready for the Q&A? All right, so how this one work? Oh wait, you're gonna plug it right into there? I thought it would go out there. Okay, hey, you do it, you're the engineer, I have no idea.
one last thing, I wanted, while you're
I'm
here,
gonna throw this away.
I do want to talk, so Bomber Sports Cars has been around how long?
Now get him back on the mic.
Guys, we started in my basement in 2013. February 2013, opening packs and boxes and doing things crazy impressions back then. So now we were across the street. Some of you guys may have heard of us, Bomber Sports Cars, Bomber Brakes. We've been online for all of this time. And then we got thinking, well, there's an opportunity across the street. We were actually in an office space right over there. And
Okay, I am looking up here, these are awesome, look at the Donovan Mitchell, so talk about these items and how they came to be, because this seems like an unbelievable.
we got to get Wayne out here. Mr. Peltz, where's Wayne? He's back there. He helps us out and works for us here. And he has done these for years. He worked for the Cleveland Indians in the Visitors Clubhouse for a long time, so a lot of these have been done. There he is. Wait, come over here and talk to these guys, man. This is a pretty special.
So these are Lego murals in so many ways. Portraits, he's got one of Mahomes, he's got Jim Brown over there. These are made of Legos here. And that's what's up on the wall right there. Hello, Wayne.
So how long have you been doing those?
About 15 years now.
How long does one take?
About 40 to 60 hours, or would take about maybe a month.
Yeah, I saw a guy on Twitter, it took him 20 years to be able to do New York City, miniature. And, you know, New York City's gone through some changes.
I think he and my Eli have something in common.
Anyway, up to date on that stuff. So somebody can take one of these right now, they can buy one of these for the holiday.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, that one for sure.
Okay, and can they give you ideas? Can they throw you anything and you'll make it happen?
Absolutely. More about the idea of, yeah, I love your Donovan, but I was a Kevin Love guy or whatever. So I'm more about the custom guy than the next piece.
I feel it's absolutely awesome.
What's their name? Do you see them at all?
No, it's a piece of masonite and framed in, and once it's framed, it's pretty sturdy. You can shake it over your head, and pieces aren't gonna fall out.
So could, like if Mahomes was doing the signing or Mitchell was doing the signing, I could get these signed?
Absolutely. There's a place right there built right in the thing for an autograph plate. It's flat where they can sign it. You'll notice on Votto's signed and Jim Brown is also signed.
Oh, I didn't even see that. The glare was there. Okay, from the light. All right, that's really cool right there.
All right, was it crazy today when I asked Ken and I asked others if Miles Garrett could have a better ground season than Jim Brown?
I thought it was a little bit poor taste. He runs not here to speak for himself.
Well, he doesn't have to. He has legions of fans here.
I'm just saying. I find a lot of things that you do poor taste. That's neither here nor there. Chris, thank you so much. Wayne, thank you so much. That's fantastic.
Oh, wait, what's the most exclusive best item in this place?
Yeah.
What is so witty?
What's our prized possession?
We got the best selection in this area for sealed wax. We've been doing it so long, so there's national treasures to, you know, top black and national treasures. Man, we've had some Shohei Ohtani items. You want to talk about the best in the game? Yeah.
Do I need his
They might be
interpreter?
for sale, maybe not.
Do I need his interpreter here to make sure I know what it's all about? Shohei Ohtani. Pretty quick, Kenny. Pretty dark.
Josh Turtle was a really good item. Don't bet on it.
Wait, did he just bust out Charles Barkley?
How many people have a few questions? We've got to have some more questions in this game. Because the game's going to say something.
Guys, ask Kenny.
We got somebody here. Who do we got? What's your name? Mike and Loren. Oh my goodness, hello.
How come I'm not on the radio?
That's up to Mitch. That's up to Mitch.
Who, Mitch? Well, how am I being from Mitch? Mitch says you. Mitch said you.
He's a tough guy.
Mitch said it's me?
Passing the buck.
Yeah, he did.
Typical for Mitch. Passing
Wait,
the buck.
it's an electronic public square. Do you think, you guys both being journalists, that my,
I ain't no journalist.
First Amendment right is impinged on by not being able to go on your show? Or is it because it's a privately owned radio station?
I'd say,
You know, the airwaves are public, so, you know, but that's, hey, again, I'm not the gatekeeper.
you'd have to talk to the Soros brothers on that.
Well, is that your question?
Yeah, that was my question.
Oh, come on, that can't be your question. On the air.
But I want to know why I can't talk to you two.
Well, you're talking to me right now, so
I know, but I mean, I had to come all the way out here.
and we're glad you did.
I know.
So we're glad.
How much are those?
So my question is this, I do have
About 3,200 I started at.
All right,
32?
LeBron James.
Yeah, I can make smaller
Like the
sizes.
skiing, what's that?
All players
3,200, yeah.
That's the,
Yeah.
what's the most expensive?
Probably brown. It's not for sale. You know, as far as like if this could
You
be
said
the
the skiing
signature.
was autographed?
No, it's Skeens.
Oh, I thought you said
Votto
just the
is,
brown?
yeah, and Joey Votto.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Donovan and Patrick and Skeens are not. Skeens comes in, I believe he comes in town next year, so I can get that signed next year. The baseball ones I have no problem getting signed. I have worked there for 20 years.
Do you guys have in-house autographs? Like people come in here?
Oh, the only time we've ever had anyone come in, we've only been open for 2 months. We had Larry Nance, he signed autographs for us, but that we haven't had anyone since. But yeah, I do believe probably within the next 2 months, there's probably someone else on the horizon about like, oh, we can get this guy, let's bring him in. So I guess
Those are neat. I mean, it's just, I didn't even know they were Legos.
Yeah, right?
I just thought they were like,
That's cool. No, I didn't.
Gilbert got so bad.
and how long were you open here?
We've been here about 2 months now.
2 months.
You're not going to play.
Yeah,
So it's been a fun ride. It's been exciting. I mean, a lot of events
Got a lot
already
of good
so
stuff
far.
in here. I've
Right,
been in some
we're-
shops and
Yeah.
have no wax at all.
We're doing it right. We're working hard. I mean, we're going over above and beyond. We don't have a gigantic team. We have only about 6, 8 guys that work. But everybody works their ass off. And
I kind of watched the. My son told me about this place. He comes up here a lot, and about the pot or the brakes.
Yeah.
So I was watching it, or I pulled it up. What
Yeah.
they had the.
some people are a lot of fun.
I don't know. Like that, they had the autograph of the Dodger rookie.
Okay.
Signed with
Yeah.
the number.
Oh, yeah.
I said, oh my God, that's.
yeah, probably stupid money, right? I mean,
Oh.
depending on how
You know, all these cards are stupid.
That Deshaun Watson's going to be on the roster next year. We also have Shador playing this weekend, and let's say he just looks okay, good enough to stay on the team for next year. And then the talk of drafting a quarterback in the first round. One thing I haven't, this upcoming offseason, one thing I haven't heard you guys talk too much about yet.
Take that top
What kind of
basketball.
does that, you talk a lot about having 4 quarterbacks this year, what that set up. So now I'm hearing it's likely that we're going to have Watson, Shador, and his fandom, and then potentially it's the first round quarterback, all in the same QB room again next year. We're just setting up for another year of.
What about the Zappy zealots?
Well,
Maybe it's not
sure,
about
sure.
Jerry.
Throw them in too, and it just seems to me that we're not even coming close to learning from our mistakes here. We didn't really think about.
Are you questioning the managerial skills of Andrew Barry?
Kevin, you bring up a valid point. I don't think it's a question, but I think it's a valid point. And I hate to like take it down the road and go, well, we got to cross that bridge when we get there. We got to figure out what they're going to do in the next 7 years. Because I think the next, and I think a lot of people are looking at this going, how can you bring back Andrew Barry and Kevin Stefanski? I think they like, I think that they believe that there is a true line, thick line between how fans of the team feel and how the rest of the NFL feels. And I do believe that they look at different things. Success is good. They're not dysfunctional, quote unquote.
This kid, he might
Not
be
dysfunctional.
You never know.
Now, you
Right.
look at a four-man quarterback
That's why I do
competition, say
with my
that
kids.
that's
If I wax, I just.
you would say trading away veterans who you can put in there to give your rookies a breather and see how this all works. You would say that's dysfunctional. They don't see it that way. So they bring everybody back, say Andrew comes back, Kevin comes back. That's the same possibility. If they move on from Andrew, from Kevin, from both,
20 years.
Shador Sanders could be with the New Orleans Saints next year. Sorry, I got to tell the Rams on the 23rd. They could end up with the Saints. Shador could end up with the Jets. I think that a lot of people would probably cut him loose if he's not good. If he's not good. When it comes to Deshaun, that's going to be a sticky wicket because there's so much money tied up in there. And I do think if you keep Andrew, all right, I'm sorry to take the air out of your answer.
I'm still thinking about Mike on the way to this question.
Sorry, well, I mean, again, we gotta figure out, we gotta get old Rod here to start texting people to answer my question. When you have, if you take Andrew's always said this, quarterbacks are what? Okay, he's already traded 2 for picks. I think that they would look at it, if we played next year and played any bit well enough, and you've already got a guy behind it, fine, we'll take the hit. We'll take the hit, because every year that comes off is just less money that you have to pay. And if you can get anything in return, he takes that as a victory. Because right now you get nothing. You have to, if you wanted him away from the team, you just have to cut him and move on. And I think we're gonna get something out of it.
I'll just say this, we'll move on to the next question, but I appreciate your question, is that nobody can convince me that there are not 2 factions developing within that front office. And the reason I think that is the reporting that has been out there, and I haven't seen anybody reject the notion that what Jason Lloyd put out, that Kevin Stefanski had been telling people that this is going to be a redshirt year for the quarterback. Well, here we are with 7 weeks left of the year, and that quarterback is starting in a game where, I don't know about you guys, I heard Joe Antonio yesterday, and he basically made it sound like, yeah, we'll try to put some drives together. Like, they don't know. Now, maybe Shador can overcome all of that, and that would be amazing, and then it answers the question for us going forward. But I think they're going to go into the offseason with a bad taste in their mouth about the managing of this quarterback situation, and then the coach having to play somebody he clearly is not comfortable.
I agree. I think Joel flies out there. I think he's probably a great barometer for it. I think he tried to be nice yesterday, but I think he kind of gave us a little bit too much of an inside look on how uncertain they are. I think they fly out there very uncertain in the game plan. And sad to say, I think that's a position he's actually very familiar with.
Yeah, just really quick.
Go ahead.
It just seems to me like the way this regime hangs out the guys, they're going to be hanging on this shit. Even if here, like you said, they're going to be hanging on this shit next year. The owner's probably going to draft a quarterback, and then we got Sean, he's going to look like because that's his professional career. So it's just set up to me. The guys in the future is another year. It's very interesting round to talk because that's just the way it seems to.
Well, because again, you got so many different things that you have to do within that roster to figure out, and this is Jerry Jones, and Jerry Jones is an owner. He's not the best football guy. Now, I don't think he's as dumb as what we make him out to be. But Jerry Jones, his entire philosophy, if you're gonna be bad, you better be interested. And the final score, Jerry Jones will make sure it's interesting, and Jim's will make sure.
This already isn't good. We have somebody who is, looks like he has. He's filming. This isn't good. No. I think. Oh, you're not U.S. Oh, he's filming you. Ask the question. Go ahead. This is gonna end up on
$16 tickets, dude. That's what the tickets were Sunday. $16. You could have got in to see the Ravens for $16.
I know. I went.
They think it's interesting talk, dude. Ain't nobody going to the games.
No, I went a couple weeks ago to. I mean, it was shitty weather, but I went to the Miami game.
Yeah.
Dude, there was like a third of the
The
stadium.
games suck, dude. The atmosphere sucks.
No,
You
there's
go to the
nothing-
Guardians games. The Guardians games are so much better.
Oh yeah. The Browns.
And you know what? I get it for $6.
I knew he was gonna do it. I knew he was gonna do
They
it.
got that month pass now you can get where you go.
Yeah, that's what I did. You want
It's sweet.
$85 to sit there? Like to start?
No,
Fuck you,
it's
dude.
crazy.
You know what? Sell the fucking team, dude. This is what you gotta do. I'm telling you. They've got to make a recall motion on all the state senators and say, look, if this motherfucker gets this money, we're fucking out, dude.
Oh, I agree.
Right?
I stopped. I only started watching the Browns again this year because I like Shador.
Right.
I refuse. Like I hate Haslam.
I don't think 3 days.
I can't stand Deshaun Watson. I refuse to watch. If they play Watson next year, I will literally never watch a Browns game again in my life. I'm not even kidding. If they think that that's the right decision and that's what the fans want, they're crazy. But they don't know.
I think we know they're going to have.
I'm friends with Reggie Langhorne.
They're going to have.
Reggie Langhorne?
I
He
think
tells
they're
me,
ready for something.
he tells me all the time how all these other GMs and everything think that the Browns are just the biggest joke.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. He talks to Elway and all of them, and he said, oh, they're just the laughing stock of the whole league.
Right. Yeah, they say, I mean, dude, like, that's since 99.
It's almost statistically impossible to be as bad as they are.
Yeah, like when I grew up, like it was like the Washington Senators were bad. They were bad for like, not this long, not freaking time after time after time.
It's crazy. We're literally approaching 30 years of just horrible football play.
Yeah, we had 23 in 2001 and like 2007, right?
We had the one year where we could have beat the Chiefs. We could have made a real
2020.
Yeah,
But that was
2020.
COVID. It didn't matter.
No,
Because nobody at the fucking game. It was
really-
like weird entertainment.
Exactly. Yeah.
And we lost the first game of the year like 50-0, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
In the sun. In the empty freaking
Empty. Yeah.
MTNT.
And you know what, they almost lost that way. I mean, he was able to escape, and well, who knows what would have happened, but they almost tied it up that way. He was able to escape and deliver a nice ball, and the defensive back came up, made a great play, and knocked it away for Gabe Larkin. But I think that's going to be a lot of what we see on Sunday. I think that the first 15 plays, if the first 15 plays go well, I'll feel good. Because
Hey, you got the,
come out with the points and we can play some defense.
Billy
But
Martin
after that,
autograph.
I think that things are going to change a little bit when it comes to defense.
Got a lot of other ones, but not
You got
really
Reggie.
mine. Reggie? No, I have him at
Defense is
home,
all
but I
right,
don't have
but,
any
I mean,
of
they-
Yeah,
them
like
here.
great
They
great
got some
medals.
pieces together, but they're just not that great. Not good.
Let me check.
Is that what you were trying to do on coming in hot today? I knew, yeah. The ring camera needed more first team reps. I know what you were
Can't
saying.
jump in person.
No, that's all right. Do we have any more questions? Okay, we got Justin.
Would you rather go to Miss League or do you advertise? Ask them that.
The reason I asked is because I was at the Thursday game. It was my birthday. And he ruined my day, my birthday, because he took it for just so whenever he does one, I start getting really impressed. I need to pull that up as my post Baker Claire. So
Out on Baker, I think part of it was.
Disney.
Oh, go ahead. No, is it the game? No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude,
Just
like
this
I
past
love
week.
like the 77-78 Yankees.
Okay.
I want, and like I heard Billy Martin didn't used to sign. Dude.
No, not a lot of
He
them.
didn't.
Not a ton. There's certain players that just didn't like. They weren't interested.
What about
weren't
2
in
minutes
the
ago? Did he sign?
He signed a decent amount,
At
but
the
not,
end,
not a
right?
ton. Yeah.
And the injury season.
Hey, dude, are those the right prices on those like 88
Anywhere that we could find them.
for
I remember
$1.49?
shouting into the
That's
microphone.
not bad.
They
Like,
need
no.
to sit.
Huh?
Not bad at all.
The team, it's almost like they wanted to test it.
You know, do you have any 75s?
Other quarterbacks that were going through.
I'd have to check. I don't think I have any packs of
Baker.
75.
One of them
Or
was
74?
Which would be fun.
74, 75, 73.
And so I remember using that as a comparison.
$4.32.
So now,
Right, that's what we do.
has had a really good season. So it was a hard situation because you felt like the team was ready to compete for a Super Bowl. They needed better quarterback play. And it was, were you going to count on Baker coming off that injury, and there were problems in the locker room. There were factions in that locker room building, and not everybody, I can tell you for a fact, was on board with Baker. That doesn't mean that he was some bad dude or bad teammate. It depended on who you asked, how they felt about Baker at the time. But their confidence was shaken. So were they going to be conservative and play it out, or were they going to try to pounce on a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get a creative quarterback or trade for a quarterback that was available, that had, quite frankly, by almost every expert, was better than Baker at the time. So Ken was against that move. I was kind of for it.
I was for bringing in a veteran and having it. I still want to prevail. But by the time the Steelers game came around and it was a giant rock concert, I kind of had to resign myself to the point that I actually know the date now. Go ahead.
I just can't stand the conversation. They were on hold. How did the Browns do it? Everyone was saying Baker was good. And hey, good for him. Yeah, bag on our face. But it just seems to be, hindsight's 2020. But
Yeah, by the way, it's not just us. I got the face out of Carolina. And by the way, he was available. Remember, we traded him for what, 7th round? Fifth round. He was available to the entire league, and basically nobody wanted him. So yeah, we're the team. We have him in the building. That's going to be on us forever. But obviously you're seeing in this new era of NFL quarterback play, you know, guys are getting their second win with other teams. I'm not convinced that he's staying in the Premier League and he would have won as well.
I want to make sure. So, 2019 was the face shaving game. As angry as I wasn't out on him yet because I didn't want like Freddie fired or anything like that, but I just knew this was Todd Monken had very little respect for any for Freddie. I think a lot of the coaching staff felt maybe the same way. The other guys, I just felt this probably wasn't going to work. And I hate to say it, Freddie's such a great guy, but I think that the only person who was surprised that Freddie got let go was Freddie at the end of that season. Mine was in 2021. Today is the 21st of November. So today is actually the anniversary of the day that I felt that I was out on Baker Mayfield, and that was a win over the Quick Lions.
Oh, yeah.
That was because they won that game. And listen, I only tell the truth, and there's certain things that I won't tell myself. Hell yeah, it's fun for me after 6 a.m. I can massage it a little bit and try to have a good bedside manner. But on November 21st, 2021, against the Lions, that's when I was out. Because they won a game. It's hard as hell to win a game, and he was out there basically because he wanted to turn this into Oklahoma versus Samford, a SEC cupcake game. Well, they were in the Big 12 at that time. That's what I was upset about. Like, he wanted to play in that game that he shouldn't have been playing in because he wanted to run it up and feel better about himself, and he didn't, and they nearly lost that game because it's pros, and all these games are tough, and then he didn't talk to the media. And I understand that he has redeemed himself within his life, within his teammates with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's not second, but that, congratulations to him. You could always change your life, and he was a young guy, right? But when it came to that, to have to put other grown individuals in a position to talk for you and have to explain your absence and why you weren't talking to people after a win, that's not good leadership, that's not a good team. And I didn't know it was going to, I didn't think it was going to go as bad as it did after that. That Steelers game was an abomination. And there were plenty of people who were upset with him after that Steelers game because it's the same thing I was talking about with David Joe Burrow. If he's limping around like Willis Reed on Sunday against New England, it's like, okay, if they lose, maybe we talk about this. But if he's healthy, you finish the season. You're the veteran. You finish that season, you're supposed to be the leader. And he was supposed to, you were healthy until this, then you sat out. There were a lot of guys in that locker room who are still here, who are gone. We said, bleep that. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. And that's, I think, where the Lions game started to sell, where we don't know if we're going to be able to save this thing. And I wish he could have taken a step back. I wish Browns could have taken a step back, obviously. Because there's definitely a good quarterback in there. You see it now. Now, I think he's limited to some degree. I do. I think that because we're in such a mess right now and things are going well in Tampa, I think we tend to overrate him a little bit. But it doesn't matter because I'd still be rather having the arguments about could he get over this, that, and the other quarterback instead of the quarterback conversation.
And what's crazy is quarterback play around the league this year. Where are the consistent week in, week out, premier quarterback guys? That makes Baker look better. And Baker's regressed a little bit over the last 4 or 5 weeks. He's had a little bit, but you'd still rather have that than a lot of the other quarterbacks. And by the way, are we sure about Sam Darnold? Those short quarterbacks last week, just like the playoff game last year. And we can talk about these redemptive arcs for a lot of these quarterbacks, but just the essence is it is really hard to protect these guys right now. The defensive line is getting after it. Quarterback play around the league. It seems to be some of the worst that I can remember for a long time.
Right now, I'm glad the league's kind of holding out. So first off, you are starting to see some weird PI calls, which are not what I like as the people are highlighting it. I'm not just talking about Warren Sharp. But it's also, I'm glad, I'm hoping that the league doesn't bastardize the rules to try to spike some offense, because that would make that one good. I understand it's an entertainment business, but there also should be some spirit of competition. Go ahead, what's your name?
You take 2 more.
That's Kevin from Green. Can you guys give us a rundown of the fictional restaurants you have and where they came from?
Oh, only nice steakhouse.
This is 1 year and year.
Nice steakhouse is only open when the weather's bad. We only do rooftop service, when the weather's bad.
Not for everybody.
We have steaks, they're poorly cooked, and we're not doing business with Hall of Fame beef. And I'm not sad to say that. I only serve, angry and special beef at my facility.
Your only options are 20%.
There's no sincerity.
But you want to be there, it's up to you.
Yeah, it's up to
You
you.
can take it.
So, I don't know what it's based on, other than we just start BSing with each other, and it kind of comes from that. Like
It's what
the,
it merged with the costume.
yes, like the Carmen and Lima, well, actually, that's Lima and Carmen merging, what's the?
The Cedar Virgin, well, it was
The
the
costume and Florida, drive-through and whatever costume we get. So if we can, it depends on the fortune, so if we get 4,500 clowns, that's 4,500 people in each clown.
It's Owen and Mark, Bloody Saint Lake.
What? There was not a fancy cracker. There was not a fancy cracker show. Thank you very much.
You try to revise one logo.
Well, I wasn't even upset about the logo. I saw the stuff on the inside. I think that was an inside job.
Did they still have the trinkets? Were the trinkets still going to be
Well, they should. That's the whole reason you go to Cracker Barrel for the old style of the race. It's a piece of food. It's not the food, but it's go ahead. What are we going to say? Yes, 6, 7, 4.
So,
Yes.
Jib Jab or Chicken Man?
Oh, it's Chicken Man. I'm sorry. It has to be Chicken Man. Chicken Man is not here anymore. Now, Katie, your phone. It could be more wrong.
You don't know.
Chicken Man, no, now let me say. Jib Jab is reaching the same place in my heart because my wife, I've really only dated Youngstown women, to be honest with you.
Tell us about those white-town women, Kenny.
They are mostly Catholic, the blood runs hot, the sex is incredible. They really know what they're doing. They really are, they make you want to win more. I gotta tell you, they really bring out the business. And it is, yeah. And so it demands more of you. But Jib Jab is a special experience because it's an old style hot dog shop. It's now partnered with the hot dog shop, so I guess I can leave it up there. But I'm not going to go to the hot dog shop more than Chicken Manor is a place in North Canton. They still have the sign right. Are they, is that like the sign down?
Yeah, they're the holiday boxes. It's not a good thing right here. It's not mine. I've been told.
What'd you say, Scott?
I've been told.
Yeah,
You had my curiosity.
they're selling beads and stuff in there, so, that's a shame too. It's a great restaurant, and I would get the chicken dinner with fries. Chicken dinner. The white chicken dinner.
I told my wife, hey, we're doing chicken dinner tonight.
Stop looking at me like that, okay? I like the chicken. So you get the 2-piece chicken dinner, I get double breast, I would get the fries, they have the big cut fries, and then you get double noodles, and then you get a salad, and I would get salad, but and sometimes I would not get the beets, depending on who I was with, but if I was with my parents, I would get the salad and have the beets, and I would give the beets to my mother. God rest her soul, she's still in the box in my office. She's dead, my mom.
Next question.
Say it again. I know.
Are you not on the meter right now?
So I'm actually on my way down to Cincinnati to visit my friend. But anyways, I'm on the way down.
So you stopped by?
What are you doing in Cincinnati?
Visiting my friend.
Well, I know, but what are you guys gonna do?
There's some things that.
There's a place called Cheeks. Go to Cheeks. Yeah, go to Cheeks now. I'm sorry, you had a question. I ended up telling you to do something. Yeah.
First of all, I'm gonna ask you, how do you think with DePodesta being on this question?
He's not here anymore.
How do you think that'll benefit?
I have no idea. I wish you could tell
Can
me.
you tell us what he did?
Well, that's like, I don't understand, like, no one knows what he did, like, but he was just there for all the losing. Like, he's been losing forever, but
My
he
issue-
got here, we got divorced.
Well, my issue with him was, I know that people sometimes wrote. My favorite thing about it was people talking about it like they knew him. Hey, no one knew.
Well, that's a Paul Podesta guy. It's like what?
It's like he doesn't say hi to anybody.
He doesn't talk to anybody. He doesn't come to Cleveland.
No, I met the guy 13 times, and I had to introduce myself 13 times. Okay, and hey, that's not an egotistical thing. I'm just saying, when you met John Dorsey knew your name and asked about your family. And the same thing is, you know what? I'll tell you about this. I saw Andrew Barrett. We didn't talk football. This was earlier this week. We talked about our kids. Okay, Andrew, and this is what makes it so difficult when people call in like, fire this guy, fire that guy. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
And he'll ask me about, he knows what my wife's name is, and he knows about my family, and that means something. But every time you talk to Paul Podesta, you get to reintroduce yourself every time. Because to me, he didn't care about the area, he didn't care about the fans. He did that job from 2,500 miles away. I'm glad he's gone. Good luck to the folks with the Colorado Rockies. I got no sympathy for him after that. That's fine. The only thing I'll say in his defense at all, was I don't think he set out to do a bad job. I just don't, and he might have been qualified. And he might have done some things that were good when it comes to analytics. I think that he got passed up by the rest of the league. I think you're looking at, how old are you? You're only 20. Are you allowed to get there? Is that 20 years old? Not really. Okay, we'll see if we can set up something with somebody and maybe get to the pass. Anyway, you have a guy who I think got passed up by guys who are now 30, 35 years old who started 10 years ago. And they know what get rid of the put together a roster and put together the players with analytics. And I don't think they ever knew how to do that. I think his people skills are left.
I will tell you this about DPS, you guys might scoff. I do think once the Browns, they completely redesigned the whole.
Yeah, that's what I told him. I said, I don't know.
Figured out how they wanted to attack. I think it's only the team for like laughing about it and then going internally saying, we want to do this. Because the last thing we are gonna have is another team. Look at the Ravens. I mean, the Ravens, forget it. They have one of the more robust analytics. So it's not, it's always bothered me when, yeah, we can take our hot shot